Have you ever noticed it's become easier for people to connect over negativity, anxieties, and anger compared to understanding and positivity? You're in line at a grocery store, and the person behind you starts to complain about the weather. All of a sudden, you realize that the weather is really unflattering. You didn't even notice it before then. Growing up in a church atmosphere, one would think I learned all my lessons about learning about anxieties and emotions and anger. The truth is, when I set out on my own, I learned how my emotions were keeping me in a state of survival, not a state of thrival. Going back to the grocery store, what if you could apply a 3-step message to help you both stay in the same boundaries and understanding of one another? You calmly talk things out while keeping a conversation in a balanced way and ending on a delight, even if you disagree. My name is Brandon Croucher, and I'd be honored to bring this to your TEDx stage.
Okay, I will read this. Have you ever noticed that people connected with anxiety, negativity, and anger depends on understanding and positivity? You're in line of grocery store and people behind you complain about the weather and all around you. Realize that the weather is really unflattered and you don't notice it before. Growing up in church atmosphere, I learned many things. I learned about anxiety, about emotions, and about anger. Truly, when I set up, I learned how my emotion keeping me instead of survival, not keeping me in travel. Going back to grocery store, if you apply 3 steps of the message to help you stay in boundaries and understanding each other, you talk about what people conversation in balanced way, and you can stop in delighted way when you disagree. My name is Brandon Crusher, and I honor to bring this in TED stage. Okay, this is a abbreviation of have. This is a sign of what is it? Sign of acclamation. Notice. This is a sign of people. And this is a sign of like connected. This is a negative, anxiety, and emotion depends on why. This is I write why because when we understand we will say yes. And positivity, this is a line. You're in line grocery store. This is a people behind you, people behind you. This is a CPL, abbreviation of complaint about the weather. This is like a cloud, but I draw in the fast way. All around you start to realize the weather is really unflattering. This is a smile. This is a X. X is not. It means not unflattering. And you don't mention before, don't notice before. This is a before, the sign of before. Growing up in church atmosphere. This is the sign of church atmosphere. I learned about anxiety, emotion, and anger. This is like why the like this. This is a trust is set up my own. I learned about how my emotional keeping me. This is a keep, the sign of keep, like that, keeping me instead of survival. I use sign survival is like this, survival, and not, this is a not keeping me in travel. Going back to grocery store, if you apply 3 step of message, this is a message to help you both stay in boundaries and your understanding. This is understand like this, understand each other like this, each other. You talk about thing out of what people conversation in balanced way. This is a balanced way, and you can adding in the way in the light way if you disagree about it. And, my name is Brandon Crosser. This is a BRD Brandon, and this is CRCR Crosser, Brandon Crosser. I honored to bring this sign of bring, like a bring like that, bring to you, bring to that stage. Actually this is like the stage like this. Okay, thank you, that's all for me.